Hi, this is Soprano Saxophonist Sam Newsome. It's still taking me some time to actually get used to saying that. I mean, there were so many years where where people would say, "Yeah, you're a soprano saxophonist." Okay, in my mind, you are a tenor saxophonist, and that's the way it will always be. But one of the things I want to talk to you about today is producing multiphonics. I often get asked a lot of questions. Well, how do you get these so many notes out of a instrument that supposedly is supposed to play one note? Well, oftentimes people think that I'm humming a note while playing it in the conventional way, and though that is a way that people sometimes do it, I usually don't do that, mainly because it's difficult for the note that's being sung to actually be audible in comparison to the note that's being played. So I found typically they're a lot more audible, whenever I play them as a multiphonic in the context of a cross fingering. So you might ask, well, what is a cross fingering? Well, in the most simplest terms, a cross fingering is anytime you have an open hole in between two closed holes. So, for example, this is the fingering for a G. However, if I were to lift up the C key, I have a cross fingering because now I have an open hole in between two closed holes. Now, I think one of the easier multiphonics to play is this, where you actually press down the C as though you're playing a low C, and then you lift up the F finger. So now you have a cross fingering because you have an open hole, open key, in between the G and the F sharp. Okay? So now I'm going to play the multiphonic. So, give it a try. It might be difficult in the beginning, but trust me, if I can do it, anybody can do it. And I am, and that's not false modesty that you're hearing. They hardly sounded when I first started to play them, but I had a vision. I said, well, let me treat it as though it's a regular note. And when I first started playing, if you want to think of it as monophonic tones on the saxophone, they certainly did not come out with any type of clarity. It was something that just took hard work and a lot of practice and persistence. And the same thing applies to multiphonics. Now, one of the things that you can work on once you actually get to the point where you're able to sound the multiphonic is then making it sound musical, because if you were to play a monophonic tone, you wouldn't just play the note and just let it be what it's going to be. You dress it up a little bit, whether it's using a vibrato, or for me, I like to integrate various techniques within the extended technique, such as swaying the horn from side to side, or as I mentioned earlier, using some type of vibrato, whether it's a slow vibrato, fast vibrato, whatever your taste may be. So I'm going to play the multiphonic again, and I want to see if you can tell when I'm dressing it up, so to speak. So you can see, just from that one multiphonic, I was able to get a variety of sounds. So So you can see, multiphonics don't have to only be noise. They can certainly function in a somewhat conventional way. So that's my little spill on multiphonics, and so please join me again as I will be doing a series of these video blogs talking about the various things that I do, different things that I've discovered through the years. All right, now take care. See you the next time.